Life, it's interesting. It's like you think you know what it's about, but then it's like, no, there's more and more and more. It's crazy, and honestly, I mean, it's fascinating to see, life unfolding before you, new waves of possibility, but with those possibilities also come struggle and challenge and almost like a demand for you to get out of your comfort zone and like sacrifice things that made you so comfortable. And I'm going to talk about some of those things today in this little video. I don't know, I just feel like, talking, like, I feel like the more I work on my chakras and like balancing them, like unblocking them, opening them, my throat chakra has been like open. I just feel like talking and like sharing things because like, I've gathered so much information and honestly love for life and like a more profound vision for it, especially like this past year. I mean, over the few years, but like this last year was like kind of the cherry on top for me, and I just feel like sharing because it might help someone, or like, I don't know, you can relate to me, but yeah. And I feel like the biggest challenge is not judging yourself, because like with this, like I am such like a hyper perfectionist sometimes. I'm like, I'm really hard on myself and the people around me, but it's mostly from a place of love, because one of the ways I was shown love growing up was, very like high standard. Like I always had to, there was like this pressure to be the best version of me, even if I didn't feel that way. I just always felt like I had to for some reason, because that was ultimately what made or broke my well-being, even if it was fake, which is it's a lot to keep up with, when you're living a fake life. But I'm trying to like not do that now, and that's such a challenge because fuck, I'm so hard on myself sometimes, and it's like, why? Why? Like seriously, who do we think we are that we're that important? We have to keep up this image for, like, it doesn't matter, And like not taking yourself so seriously comes with a lot of vulnerability, it comes with a lot of being uncomfortable, giving yourself the ick sometimes. But it's like, who even made the ick? Like a bunch of insecure Gen Z teenagers? Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? I always used to say being cringe is being free in my book, so like, go at it, give yourself the ick sometimes. If it makes you laugh, like, I don't know. Speaking of being in vulnerable, awkward situations, one of my neighbors just like pulled up on me and was like, "Are you okay?" And I haven't spoken to them in years, but they just like rolled down their windows. They're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine." Like, I guess that's what comes with like putting down that sheath, like all that mask, those masks we put up for ourselves, that sheath, that like other self, the more put together self. As soon as you drop that, people will notice, and it's like you either get good feedback or negative feedback, but like people notice and things change, and it's like, it's weird, but okay, maybe I sound crazy, maybe I'm just crazy, oh well. Anyway, so yeah, lots and lots of vulnerability will do you good in the long run. Maybe not like the instant gratification feeling, but it'll do you good in the long run. It's investing into your most authentic self, just see it like that. Or when like you start being your real self around people that are close to you, and they're like, "You've changed, like why do you act like that?" And it's like, it makes you want to like snap a little. It's like, okay, like, this is the real me, what the hell? And it's sad because like you had to hide who you were genuinely for so long just to like appease other people, and like that gets so tiring. And it's like, if those people judge you or want to walk out of your life, let them. Like, you're not losing anything, trust me. But I had to learn that lesson the hard way, because I genuinely lived for my ego for a very long time. And what that looks like, or looked like for me personally, was just like having people just to have them, it's like just to make me feel, kind of like fill the voids of my personality that were vacant, and my well-being that were vacant, that I couldn't fill for myself, that I had to use other people to fill for me, which is honestly very sad. And it's like, as long as you have that outward look, then you're okay. But honestly, now I have like maybe a few people that I'm close with, a few like long distance friends that I've, you know, made throughout like traveling about, you know, not just from my hometown, but, and it's like, I like being a loner, you know. It's like when you get to know yourself and you're able to fill your own cup, you genuinely like being alone. Or like, at least I've heard from a lot of people that have, you know, gone through the cleaning up. I call it like this cleansing journey. It's like you cleanse, and I've talked about this in like a video I made, I think one of the first, like cutting out and like cleaning those areas in your life that just drain you. And it could be through people, it can be through, you know, habits, but just like cutting off those energy drainers, that toxicity. And it's like those things that you've maintained, the friendships, the, you know, the one-sided friendships, bad habits. And it's like, cut that crap out and like call your energy back to you, and you're just going to become your best friend. You're also going to be closer to God too, because the more you embark on this journey to find wholeness within yourself and by yourself, you're going to realize God is within you, and you are partially God. And this I like to call the higher self. Yes. Now I will read from my chakra journal. Loving yourself comes with being yourself, taking care of yourself, challenging yourself, supporting yourself, making time for yourself, and putting you first. And no, this is not, well, yes, it is kind of selfish, but if you think about it, ultimately, the more you invest in yourself like this, the more efficient you will be to love other people. So, some ways I've healed myself and like forgave myself for like breaking my own boundaries just to appease others. And, you know, it's like, you hear this a lot, like these boundaries, you know, it's like back then they would laugh at us like, you snowflakes, but now it's like, bro, we always should have respected our boundaries. Like, what are you saying, you know? Like, I don't know. But like putting yourself first, loving yourself, right? It's not like you're always thinking about yourself more than others, but to really focus in on this binding with your higher self, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, healing yourself, you're gonna have to put yourself first and like make time for yourself. So don't like, you know, you have this idea, for example, you want to do something that makes you happy, and all of a sudden these plans come up, and like A, B, and C, you have to meet this person, go to this place, do this thing, and it's like all of a sudden you're back at the bottom of the list. And it's like that right there, even though all those other things may seem more demanding to you now, they're really not that important, not more important than you and the time you invest in yourself. And I had to learn that the hard way too. But yeah, the way it's been for me is like coming back home to yourself. And it's like, the more you do that, the more you rely on yourself, and you're not this vacant personality. Like, you're not this void that needs to be filled with external things that just seem endless, you know, that never seem to be enough. You finally become enough, and from that, you're just like so much more efficient in any other thing. And it's like, it just sucks that we don't learn this in school. But yeah, that's my little tangent. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this book. I mean, a lot of people probably know this book, but it's special to me. It's very like touchy-feely, like self-love book. This is where it's at. But yeah, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to talk. You know, when you just want to talk. Yeah, that was me. But yeah, guys, namaste.